Okay, so, oh gosh, didn't realize I had a hair right up. Okay, so this is just the outline part 2. I'm gonna read that out loud, and then that's it. Thanks, guys. Body planes, transverse or horizontal, top to bottom, sagittal, right to left, coronal, front and back, 3 layers of meninges, dura mater, arachnoid matter, pia mater. Types of neurons, grouping of cell nerves, multipolar, bipolar, unipolar. The nucleolia cells, astrocytes, are star-shaped that function in the blood-brain barrier to prevent toxic substances from entering the brain. The oligodendrolia, the O word that nobody can pronounce, they provide support and connection. Microglia, they involve the paraphonesis of unwanted substance, also known as like they get rid of, they clean. The epidermal, which is the lining of the cell cavities in the brain and spinal cord. Schwann cells are located only in the PNS and make up the neuromyelina and myelin sheath. The difference between rods and cones. Rods are responsible, red cell response are responsible for low light conditions. They're also black and white. Cones are responsible for colors and bright, which are fast. Main differences between mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis is nucleic duplicated. Meiosis occurs only in the gonads. The different types of solutions. Epithelial cells are anchored to the basement membrane. Primary salt in sweat is sodium chloride. Cytokinesis is the duplication of cellular organelles and in cytoplasm. The liver converts toxic ammonia to urea. The difference between cilia and flagella. Cilia sweeps. Flagella is the tail that propels the sperm cells, etc. The pelvic girdle is made up of 2 hip or coaxial bones. Nucleotides is a double helix chain for the DNA molecule, sugar and ribose. The arches of the foot are the medial longitude arch, the highest, the lateral, which is the longitudinal arch, and the transverse arch. Oxytocin stimulates the smooth cells in the walls of the uterus. The largest sesamoid bone is the patella. A sesamoid bone is enclosed in a tendon and facial tissue. Anabolic steroids act like a male hormone. Itis means the inflammation of. Callus is a thickened area of skin developed from an excessive amount of friction. Seasonal affective disorder is an excessive melatonin in winter causing depression. Glucose is the product needed to make ATP. The sphenoid bone is a butterfly looking in the cerebellum, i.e. cerebellum. The melanocytes produce melanin. Adiposis is a fat cells. Distinguishing features of HPV is warts. Muscles that raise are part of the body is the levator. Calcium is released from the rectilium. What is a cerebrovascular accident that is caused by a rhombus or embolus that blocks circulation, resulting in cellular death? Temperature has an effect on diffusion rate. The medulla oblongata is a continuation of the spinal cord. Epinephrine and non-epinephrine are hormones from the sympathetic system. The mandible pulls back and protrudes forward. Amino acids are monomers of proteins, which are the building blocks. Cerebellum maintains the body posture and balance. RNA is transcription. DNA, protein in the nucleus. Joints are saranthros, they have no movement. Erythrophos, which allows slight movement. Synovial, which is freely moving. Our synovial joints are ball and socket, hinge, solenoid, saddle, gliding, and pivot. Neurotransmittal is also in the alkaline side. Low on the pH level is acidic. Low on the pH blood level is acidic. Dorsiflexion is a foot raised up in the air. Plantar extension is the foot pointing. Pronation is the movement of the forearm facing up and the top at the bottom. Supination, it looks like you're holding a bowl of soup with the forearm. Skeletal is voluntary movement. Cardiac is involuntary movement. Burtosis is the inflammation of a tendon. Hypertrophy increases the bulk of the muscle cells caused by spasmodic or sorry, excuse me. Hypertrophy is the increase of bulk of a muscle caused by exercise spasmodic. Atrophy decreases in muscles. Eversion is the movement of the sole or the foot outward of the ankle. Inversion is the movement of the foot inward at the ankle. Glycosis happens in the cytoplasm. Krebs and CTS happen in the cristae. 3 separate ring cycles for ATP, glycosis, Krebs, and ETS or electron transport system. Hope this helps everybody. Have a great night.